Zindagi documents the emotional journey of a 26-year-old liver cirrhosis patient, Vinay Chawla, and his relationship to the hospital grief counselor, Revati Rajan. I attended the special screening of this heart-wrenching film last night at Princeton Garden Theatre in Princeton, New Jersey. Based on a real-life story, the film shows its strength in powerful performances, screenplay, and direction. Presented by Mohan USA Incorporate, the film also sends a humane message of ethical organ donation and helping save lives. The screening was followed by Q&A with the first-time filmmaker, Dr. Anirban Bose. Take a look.
मेरा नाम रेवती राजन है। मैं एक ग्रीफ काउंसलर हूँ। क्या नाम बताएं?
विनायक छावला, 26 years और लिवर सिरोसिस।
बिना ट्रांसप्लांट के डॉक्टर ने 6-7 महीने का टाइम दिया।
विनय, लिवर ट्रांसप्लांट एक बहुत बड़ी सर्जरी है। तुम इस हालत पर काम पे कैसे जाते हो?
कार्तिक आ रहा है।
भाई है तेरा, डॉक्टर है।
डॉक्टर ने भी कहा है कि स्टॉप वर्किंग, और अगर कोई इमरजेंसी हो गई तो कौन संभालेगा?
सर, व्हाट इफ मैं विनय के साथ रहूं 24 घंटे एज अ पर्सनल डॉक्टर?
कार्तिक, क्या लगता है तुझे ट्रांसप्लांट पॉसिबल हो पाएगा? एक लिवर ट्रांसप्लांट के लिए ना 20 से 30 लाख रुपए लगते हैं। कहाँ से आएंगे इतने पैसे?
ये क्या है? वो विनय के इलाज के लिए पैसे।
Come on, यार, we're his friends.
ठीक हो? बड़े impatient patient हो यार।
लास्ट टाइम उसने मेरी मदद की थी यहाँ हैदराबाद में, जब मैं बेहोश हो गया था ना।
उसे देख कर।
तो अभी सिर्फ ऑर्गन डोनर का वेट करना है। एक हाँ से 7 जानें बच सकती हैं।
I feel bad for him. Bad feel करती है या और कुछ भी?
दिल्ली वाले डॉक्टर ने बिल्कुल सही कहा था कि घर जाके मौत का इंतजार करो।
You just have to trust me.
जब जीने का मौका फिर से मिला है ना, लेकिन मैंने क्या गलती की है? कार्तिक, मुझे जीना है कार्तिक।
जिंदगी कभी-कभी हमसे बहुत मांग लेती है, पर जीना तो पड़ता है ना।
I'll tell you my motivation to make the film, because of which you'll probably understand. You saw the story at the end, and I'm a doctor. I have nothing to do with filmmaking. But the story is just so beautiful and so powerful, you know, because I met Love, and I learned of his story, and I knew Lalita's side of the story. But when I went to meet Love at his home, I saw his little girls. And that's when the story came full circle, that I realized that those 2 little girls only lived because that boy died, you know. And that is the beauty of organ donation, is that it's just not the immediate life you save, but also that it begets even more new life, you know. So first thing is, of course, I hope all of you will be inspired to sign up as organ donors, you know. We would really love to get this message out to as many people as possible. So if you want to help us with screening in your area, in your community, in your church, in your school, anywhere, if you want to sponsor a screening of the film, please let us know. You can visit and get all the information on our website, mohanusa.org. Of course, if you give us money, we'll never say no. Any money you give, 100% of it goes into promoting organ donation activities. All of us are volunteers. We, you know, do this because we believe so much in this subject. When I heard this story, when I saw this, I really wanted to get this story out, and I wrote it as an article, and I tried to get it published. Nobody published it, but they kept saying it's a very beautiful story, would make a great film. So I wrote a screenplay based on that, and every time I'd go to India, I'd go to the knock on producers' doors and tell them, please So they would read it and they would say, oh, this is a beautiful story, beautiful screenplay. But then, you know, the phone calls would stop, the messages go unreplied, emails don't get answered. So I struggled with that for about 5-6 years. Then I said, you know what, I'm just going to do it. So I took lessons in filmmaking in a local college, community college, and I did that for about 2 years. But one thing is, of course, you know, learning something as a bookish thing, and the second thing is going on set and being the director, and when everybody comes and asks you every question, and there are 100 stories I could tell you that so ridiculous that I am the head of the cabinet and I didn't know some common things, you know. But people were generally nice. Funding was an issue. At this moment, I would just like to mention one gentleman, Mr. Madan, over here, who our whole production would have shut down. I was in India, we didn't have this. I asked him, he, without asking anything, wrote me a huge check and sent the money in like 24 hours. Whole thing would have shut down and not supporting me. So stuff like that, you know, there are hundreds of issues, small, big, every time. But what I think kept me going was I felt the story was very strong. You know, to me, I was burning up with this desire to get this story out. Yeah, so that's.
How did you rope in the lead actress, Revati?
So, Revati is the first person in India to sign up as an organ donor.
Wow.
Yeah. So when Mohan Foundation started, they started handing out organ donor cards. She's the first person. If you look up online, she holds an organ donor card in her hand, and so she's very socially conscious. And we approached her through Mohan Foundation. So initially, I remember on the phone call, she was very reluctant because, you know, I mean, I'm a doctor. I have never been on a film set in my life. And, but she read the script, she really liked it. And she said, okay, Anirban, let's talk.